Hello friends, and welcome to the stream. My name is Serge, Pilot Club 6, and this morning we are continuing our TPC Charters Airline regional operations with a flight from Wichita, Kansas to Lubbock, Texas, with 46 passengers on the manifest. I hope you guys are having a good Saturday. I am extremely pumped here. Haven't flown all week, so really looking forward to this. It's early, but that's the time we got here. As always, I wanted to remind you that today's flight is brought to you by thepilotclub.org for group flights, activities, flight school, VATSIM training, virtual airline, flights and resources, and more. Check out thepilotclub.org. All right, very good. So here we are in Wichita, KICT, and we are going to be going to Lubbock, Texas, KLBB. Half empty flight, 46 passengers on the manifest. That's all right. That's no problem. Go ahead and jump into the flight deck. We need to get our GPU. No jetway here, so we'll get the stairs, open the door. And we need some cones. Yep, that looks good. We'll request services. I don't think they have them here, but we'll try anyways. All right, cool. So we got the GPU, we got the stairs. We're ready to get the show on the road. Get the batteries. We already did our preliminary inspection. Logo we don't need. We'll take nav. And looks like we have GPU available now, so we'll take that. Alright, we need to arm the emergency lights, of course. Alright, that looks good. Let's go ahead and brighten the displays. Alright, very good. Alright, that looks good. Let's go ahead and go to flight details here. We'll get our flight plan. So here we go, Wichita to Lubbock. Looks good. We'll check mark that. 46 passengers. Here's our route. Everything checks out. We'll go to departure and we'll start boarding. About 12 minutes. Alright, that's good. So we'll go here. We did get a squawk code, and it is 2166. So we'll put that in. We also need our CTAF for ICT. That is 1182. And we'll put 1228 in standby. And 1228 here. Comms 2. 1215. Alright, that's looking good. Let's go here, get our PA on.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome on board the Embraer aircraft. On behalf of the captain and all cabin crew, we would like to wish you a safe flight. Before taking your seats, please make sure that your small hand luggage, including backpacks, handbags, and shopping bags from the duty-free zone, it was placed only under the seats in front of you, leaving space on the shelves for large hand luggage. Please do not place luggage in the aisles or in the area of emergency exits. Passengers sitting in emergency rows are asked to ensure that their hand luggage is placed on the shelves during takeoff and landing, leaving the floor clear of any objects.
Our database is good.
Airplane mode on electronic devices with network connectivity. Charging electronic devices is prohibited, and if you notice any irregularities in their operation, please contact the onboard crew immediately. At the same time, we would like to inform you that drinking alcohol not purchased on board, smoking, and using e-cigarettes is prohibited. Thank you for your attention.
Alright, cool. We got our data link here. We'll apply active. Alright, we'll see how we doing here. We go to departure. We're going to depart 1 left. And we'll apply that. And then on arrival, we're expecting 26. So we'll put that in. ILS 26. Vectors. And apply. Alright, that looks good. Go ahead and right 1 left. Heading is 016. What am I doing here? 016. Alright, that looks good. Let's go ahead and set up the displays here. Alright, that looks good. Take a look at our checklist here. So we got the dispatch filed on VATSIM, OFP. Check the weather in a second. Let me go here. We're going to go to performance in it. We need our cruise winds. $256.25. Alright, that looks good. Go to performance, takeoff, heading was 016. And our winds in Wichita are 20 at 7. Alright, that looks good. While we have the OFP here, let's check our block fuel is 9.8. Take note of that. Let's go here. 1 left. It is dry. We're going to do flaps 2 departure. Altimeter is 3000. All right. And we'll go ahead and calculate. We'll go to manifest. Trim is 2.9. I don't know what's up with the trim here. Let me check something here. Let me go here. So if we do flaps 1, let me do 1 left, dry, flaps 1, calculate. Okay. Alright, so 2.9er, we got that. We'll go ahead and send to MCDU. Let's go ahead and do our lights. Okay, all lights good here. Good here. We'll do our fire test. Looks good. And we'll start APU. Alright, heading is set. That looks good. Alright, rotate at 123. That's looking good. Alright, APU's online. Let's see, our initial, we'll just do 3.6. Alright, that's looking good. Let me check the checklists. Oh yeah, okay, so let's go ahead and check the weather here. So here's our flight, KICT to KLBB. Weather in ICT is VFR, winds 20 at 7, clouds few at 9, scattered at 14, broken at 25, temperatures 22, dew point 19, altimeter 3000. We'll depart on runway heading and make a left turn to our first fix, Beringher, and then on to our route, and then coming into let's see here, coming into Lubbock. We'll come in from the north. We're aiming for runway 26 on an ILS, so that's fine. And let's check the weather there. VFR conditions, wind 240 at 6, visibility is 10, clouds scattered at 12, broken at 20, temperatures 20, dew point 16, altimeter 3008. And look at visibility at ICT 10 also. Okay, that looks good here. Alright, so we did our weather. Tracker's good. Internal safety inspection we did. Let me check, go through these things here. Oh, I tell you what, let me run the rudder trim. Oop. Alright, so rudder trim's fine. Let me see this one. Alright, that looks good. Let me look how much time we got left. Just a couple of minutes. Let's see. We are not going to need any kind of push. We go here. Electrical pump A is on. Get rid of the GPU. All right, cool. Hey, J&B, what's up? How you doing? The rain will be in Wichita in about an hour or so in real life. Okay, so interesting. Let me look at, yeah, it looks like the rain is coming. So you can see here, let's play it on the radar track. It's coming from the west. Yep, looks about right. And then, of course, if we look at TAF, certainly, yep, coming. Light rain, thunderstorms are coming, so we'll get out of here before that happens though, so that's good. Yep, so we'll just taxi, I think, straight here. Yep. Everything's looking good here on the panel. And let me look at our taxi here. We'll taxi Charlie 2 or Charlie 3 to Delta. Alright, Charlie 3 to Delta.
Hi, Captain. Boarding is completed.
Thank you. Now let's go ahead and close this door.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the captain speaking. My name is Mark. We'll have the pleasure of leading today's flight. We will soon start taxiing to the runway. The flight should take place on time. Please listen to the cabin crew's instructions during the flight. Thank you, and have a smooth flight.
Alright, so we're good here. We'll go ahead and we're tracking now, so we'll go ahead and start engine 1. So let me turn the beacon on. Alright, ignition A. N2 rising.
Cabin crew, doors on flight and cross-check.
Alright, ITT's rising.
We now ask for your full attention as the cabin crew demonstrates the safety features of this aircraft. Please do not use headphones during the
And
demonstration.
N1 is rising.
This aircraft is equipped with 4
JMB says, gotta head out of work about 20 minutes. I saw you were on, so I wanted to please pop in for a bit. I appreciate it very much. Thank you for stopping by, and of course you can check out our great departure and probably crappy landing later on in the recordings. But thanks for stopping by, appreciate it. Now we got good start on engine 1. Let's go to engine 2. Alright, and looks like what we're doing flex takeoff 2,
If this happens, please stay seated and pull the mask firmly to start the flow of oxygen. Please
climb
cover
2.
your nose and mouth and breathe normally.
Alright,
Although the bag does not fill with air, the flow of oxygen occurs automatically.
alright, then 2 rising.
A child or someone who needs help, put the mask on yourself first and then help the other person. The life jacket is located
ITT is rising.
above your heads. In the unlikely event of landing on water, remove the vest and put it over your head. Then pass the straps around the waist and adjust them at the front. To inflate the vest, pull the lead string firmly only when exiting the plane. To refill the vest, roll into the mouthpiece. Before departure, please read the safety cards. Fasten your
And N1 is rising.
armrests and open the windows. For your safety and comfort, we recommend that you keep your seatbelts on throughout the flight. From now on, portable electronic devices must be set to airplane mode until an announcement is made after landing. We would like to remind you that smoking is strictly prohibited on board and there are smoke detectors in the toilets. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask one of our crew members. We would
I guess we can just turn right over here. Yeah, that's fine. Alright, we got 2 good starts. Turn off APU. Do flight controls check, full up, full down, neutral, full left, full right, neutral, brake check, alright, good, so we're going to, looks like Charlie 1. Wichita traffic, ERJ Pilot Club 6, taxiing to runway 1 left via Charlie 1 Charlie Delta, Wichita. Alright, so that looks good. Arm toga. That's Charlie 1. Flaps 2. Thank you. Let's go to radio. TARA.
Takeoff, okay.
Alright, we're on Charlie here. That looks good. Continue on Charlie. Flaps 2 set. Definitely see some storms coming. We need to be making a left here on Delta. Going to be crossing the runway 14. Wichita traffic, ERJ Pilot Club 6, crossing 14 on Delta, Wichita.
Approaching runway 1432.
Alright.
Entered runway 1432.
Cabin crew, ready for departure.
Okay, so we're on Delta. Alright, let's go ahead and turn the landing lights on. Alright, before start, checklist please.
Cabin crew.
Advised.
Lights.
On.
Brakes temperature.
Checked. Normal.
Ecos.
No messages.
Transponder.
TARA.
Takeoff configuration.
Checked.
Toga mode.
Armed.
Auto throttle.
We'll arm on the runway.
Checklist complete.
Wichita traffic, RJ Pilot Club 6, taking runway 1 left for an IFR departure to the southwest, Wichita. Alright, here we go. So, final looks clear.
Approaching runway 01 left.
Runway
Entered
looks
runway
clear.
01 left. 10,200 feet remaining.
Auto throttle armed. I see one left. All right. Checked. You're up. Flaps 1.
Ladies and gentlemen, please remain seated until the seatbelt warning lights turn off. For your safety and comfort, we also suggest that you keep your seatbelts fastened throughout the flight in case unexpected turbulence.
We'll go to heading mode here. And autopilot, flap 0. And we'll go ahead and turn left. Continue the left turn. Nice. And we'll go direct Warner and nav. There's the airport there. All right, after takeoff checklist, please.
Landing gear.
Up.
Flaps.
0.
Pressurization.
Checked.
Checklist complete.
All right, passing 10,000 feet. Now let's go ahead and do climb 1 now. Wichita traffic, ARJ Pilot Club 6, 5 miles to the west, climbing 12,000, leaving the area, last call, Wichita. And we'll switch to 1228.
Ladies and gentlemen, we will soon launch our onboard service, offering hot and cold drinks as well as a meal or snack. Please read the onboard menu. If you have a food allergy to any of the ingredients, please inform the cabin crew. At the same time, we kindly inform you that the preferred payment method is payment by card. Thank you.
Yep, definitely rain coming to Wichita. And we're out of here. We got, oh, it's all good. Okay.
Climbing through transition altitude.
Alright, tuners to standard. And seatbelt signs off. What we didn't do though, is we didn't close the door. All right, JMB, thank you very much. Appreciate you tuning in and watching our departure out of Wichita. You have a great day yourself, and we'll talk later. All right, so we'll put the flight plan here as we continue our flight. And I'm gonna go chat with the cabin crew. We'll be right back. Alright, we're back on deck. We're above all the rain here, but it's like second layer is going to be coming in too. It's alright. Everything seems to be going well. Check the overhead. All right, 1,000 to go. Let me get 1205 into the standby. That's our CTAF.
We have just reached cruising altitude. The entire flight was carried out in accordance with the submitted flight plan. The weather at the destination airport should be good. Do not expect any disruptions during the rest of the flight. However, it is recommended to keep your seatbelts fastened in case of unexpected turbulence.
Let me check. 26 is still the best runway. Makes sense. Now we could have done 17 right. Yep. Oh, we'll go ahead and do 2.6. That's fine too. That's the best wind there. All right, so 2.6 ILS. Alright, so here's our ILS chart for 2.6, final approach course 246. Light slope intercept 4,500. Alright, minimums are 3460. 60 set. Go ahead and punch it to 0.80. Alright, anyways, our missed approach 3800, right turn 4800, direct LBB VOR 1092. We can set that in nav 2. Alright, that looks good. Alright, we can go ahead and put in our landing performance. So runway heading, what did we say it was, 264. Landing temperature is 21. And we need our wind 290 at 8. Alright, so there's going to be 7 knot headwind and 4 knot crosswind coming from the north. Cat 1, no ice. Here's our approach speed 129er. We're going to do 135. I tell you what, I'm going to do 130. Go to flight plan. Oops, wrong button. Alright, and then so landing 26, runway is 8,000 feet. We'll exit on Golf and then take Juliet Romeo to the terminal right here. Alright, back to the ILS. See here, transitional level, flight level 180. Decision altitude, like I said, 3,460 feet. Glide slope intercept 45, so that's going to be our bottom altitude. Alright, that's looking good. Alright, so we got PNH, GLP, Bocan, LBB, actually, I'm going to look at the previous Yokan. It's supposed to have PVW. We don't have that for some reason. That's okay. And then LBB. I don't think we need that. Alright, so after Yokan, we'll go heading mode. Alright. of stormy here. Alright, let's see. What's the tabs there? The rain is coming. Huh, okay. Yeah, I think we're going to have some rain over there when we land. So why don't we do this? Go to performance, landing. Yeah, that's okay. We're gonna go, let's see here, low brakes. Gonna use all of the runway because we gotta exit at the end of it anyways. Be exiting on Gulf. We're not gonna make Kilo. Alright, we're coming up on top of descent here in a couple of minutes. So we'll go ahead and do 11,000 as our initial. Here, MS1. Okay, why is it yellow? MS2. There we go, FMS1. Alright, we're good now. And let's start our descent. VS, we'll do 1,000. Our initial is going to be 14,000. We got a auto ATC message, so that's fine. It's now 131. Interesting. Yeah, we'll leave it at that. Going to be a bit of a mess there with the rain and all. Alright, let's go VS 1200. And let me go ahead and brief.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have just started our descent. Please stay seated. Our onboard service will soon walk through the cabin to collect unnecessary waste.
Let me go ahead and brief the cabin crew, and I'll be right back.
Destination 8, this is 125.3.
Alright, we're back on deck. Go 1500, descent, FLC 300 on the speed. By the way, we're passing Omaha. What is it? Amarillo. Not Omaha, Amarillo, Texas. That's our alternate, by the way. There it is right there. Which we should not require an alternate today. Alright, descent checklist, please.
Approach briefing.
Complete it.
Auto brake.
Set.
Landing data.
Set.
Checklist complete. A little bit of stutters there. Come on now. Yep, rain's definitely moving in. Gonna go in heading mode. It's a beautiful flight so far. Love it.
Our altimeter there is 3011. Yeah, look at those rain cells. Should be a lot of rain on this side. Yep. There it is. All right, 3011. Set. Go ahead and turn on seatbelt signs. All right, we'll go to 11 for the bottom. All right, let's make sure we got our frequency there. Should be 1119er. That is set. And final approach course is 264. That is set. Should we clear all this mess here below 9,000?
Ladies and gentlemen, in about 15 minutes we will begin the landing approach procedure. Please remain in your seats with your seatbelts fastened. Hold down the armrests and leave the windows open during landing. From now on, the use of toilets is prohibited and the entrances to them will be closed.
speed 280. Goes speed 270. Go through these rain cells here. Alright, 1,000 to go. We'll go FLC 260 and 47 on the bottom altitude. Go 250 on the speed. Should be clearing this mess below 9,000. Now we'll turn the lights on. There's the rain. Now we're going to be turning left here pretty soon. Yep, looks like we're clearing up by 9,000, just as expected. Alright, so we'll go ahead and switch the frequency here to Lubbock 1228 COM2, activate approach speeds.
Charlie below in 9.8 miles.
.40 on the speed. Lubbock traffic, ERJ Pilot Club 6, 10 miles to the northeast inbound ILS 26, descending 6,300 for 4,700 Lubbock. .30 on the speed. .1,000 to go. .20 on the speed. All right, airport in sight. Go manage speed mode. And we'll go ahead and arm the approach. Localizer intercepted. Lubbock traffic, ARJ Pilot Club 6, turning 10-mile final, runway 26, Lubbock. Let's go flaps 1. Flaps 2. Oh, definitely overshot that final. Flaps 3, gear down. And flaps 4. Glide slope intercepted, flaps 5. 4800, missed approach altitude. And we'll turn all the lights on. 264.
$1,000.
3 mile final runway 26.
Alright, we are exiting left on Gulf.
Approaching minimums. Minimums. 200. 100. 50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
Manual braking. Here's Gulf.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our destination airport. For your safety and comfort, please remain seated and fasten your seatbelts until the captain turns off the seatbelts fastened signal. The use of electronic devices is only possible after turning off the seatbelt warning. On behalf of ourselves and the entire cabin crew, we would like to thank you for flying together.
Lubbock traffic, ERJ Pilot Club 6, clear of 26, taxiing to the terminal via Juliet Romeo. Lubbock. Alright, I think we need to go this way. Yep. Now we'll go ahead and start APU. Alright, what's this guy doing? Come on. Now let's go ahead and look at our landing rate here. What did we get? Oof, that was a rough. That was a, I don't know why did we stop? That was a rough one. That was a hard landing. Probably need to carry a little more speed. is online. Go ahead and turn off the taxi lights. And I think this is our gate right here. Turn off transponder. Alright, that looks good right there. And we'll go ahead and turn off the engines. There's the jetway. Alright, let's see what we got. Yeah, hard landing there. Have to check the gear. Alright, so we're good there. I guess that's how the jetway is going to be. That's fine. Alright, very good. Alright, so anyways, that completes our flight. I wanted to remind you that today's flight's been brought to you by thepilotclub.org for group flights, activities, flight school, VATSIM training, virtual airline, flight sim resources, and more. Check out thepilotclub.org. Alright, very good. Well, I thank you guys very much for watching this flight from Wichita to Lubbock. KICT to KLBB. Got our 46 passengers delivered safely, although they probably didn't like the landing, but that is a-okay. And I'll see you guys on the stream next time. See you.